Welcome to Connected by Games.
Today we're going to show you how to play Azul. So the premise of this game, Azul, is that there's this Portugal king who went to Spain, and he saw these beautiful walls, and he really wanted one of his own, so he went out and hired us, Tyler artists, to build this wall for him using these tiles, and so this game is all about us building this wall for the Portugal king. So for the setup of the game, each player needs a player board. And for us, we're going to be using these sides with the colored tiles. The other side is gray tiles, but that's for a different variant of the game that we won't be showing today. And then go ahead and take out this bag. These are the bags of all the tiles here.
Yeah, and then you can go ahead and grab these circles here. So depending on how many players are playing, that's the amount that you want to take out. So since it's just 2-player, we're going to take out 5 of these. And I'm just going to put them into a little circle here. So we got 5 out here. And I'm just going to put the rest,
I got it.
in there. And then you're going to take this blue bag with all of the tiles in it. And then just start randomly putting 4 different marbles on each, or 4 different tiles, sorry, on each one. So just 1, 2, 3, 4. And you go ahead. It's all random. Doesn't matter what's on what. So we got one more there. And we're going to keep going. I'll do this quick here. And then if you're like me and are kind of OCD about a few things,
Ooh.
that's a really good tile. You can go ahead and just knock them all down. So they're the same. Oh, and then these player tokens you can just take out and then give each player a little black cube and then put this player 1 token in the middle of the circle. Alright, so now we're going to go through a player turn. No, actually, we're going to go through the whole round. I think that's going to be easier to see how the whole game flows here. So for first player, it doesn't really matter who goes first. You can decide if you have a house rule of whoever's birthday it was last or whatever. We'll just say that Aaron will go first for this game.
Alright, so on a turn, you have 2 different options here. You can either grab tiles from the factory ring, so anything from the outside, or it wouldn't make sense right now, but later on you can also grab tiles from the center. And you'll see what we mean in a little bit here. So when you grab tiles, what you have to do is you have to grab all of the same colored tiles from that factory ring or from the center. So if I decided that I wanted the snowflakes on this one right here, I would have to grab both snowflakes, and then so if I take those and I put them on my board, everything else on the tile goes into the middle. So when you grab from the factory tile, you have to grab all the same colors, and then everything gets pushed into the middle.
Alright, so now my options, like Aaron said before, I can either choose from one of these factory tiles, or I could choose from the middle. Right now, I'm going to choose from this one over here. I'm going to grab these 2 black ones and push these 2 red ones into the middle. And I could place these pretty much anywhere on my board. I could place them in the 2, 3, 4, or 5 slots here without losing any points. So just to finish a row, because that's pretty much the goal here is to finish these rows, I'm going to put them in the 2 slot.
Alright, my turn now. Now I'm going to grab these 2 red ones up here, and everything gets pushed in the middle. Like Kelly said, I can put these anywhere. We're on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th row right here, and then the rest of my row just when we finish. I could technically put it on the top row right here, but whenever you grab extra tiles, any extra tiles that you have, because I can only fit 1 right here, would go and drop down to the floor, and you lose points for that. So that wouldn't be a good idea for me to do right now, because if this goes down to the floor right here, at the end of my turn, I would lose 1 point. Or the end of like the collecting phase, I'd lose 1 point.
And this was one of the rules, so let's just pretend that this actually happened here. I had been forgetting this rule, and like I wish that I could like take 2 of these, put 1 here, and then maybe put another one down here. But it's per grab is where you have to place them. Like you have to place them in the same row on that first initial grab.
Yep, so they have to go in the same row. So I'm not going to put it there because that's not a good turn right there. I think I'm going to put it right here.
Alright. I am am going to grab this single one.
Nice. Alright. Now I'm going to grab, I should have thought ahead there, but whatever. I'm going to just show like what happens when you lose a point. You can grab from the middle, right? So I'm going to go ahead and grab these red ones because I want to finish my row. When you're the first person to take from the middle, you also have to take this first player token or tile, and whenever you take the first player tile, you get to go first the next round, but you do lose a point. So this also falls to the floor right here, and you'll lose the point at the end of the round. So I'm going to put these two tiles right here, and this red one will also fall to the ground. So right now I'm going to be losing 2 points. And the end of the round is when all the tiles are taken. Once all the tiles are taken, we're going to count up some points.
All right. I will take these two. I'm going to put them down here in hopes that maybe I can get those other two in the middle.
So I could block Kelly. It looks like that's the move I want to do right now. So I'm going to take these two right here, and I'm going to place them on my 3 row right here.
Well, it looks like I'm going to take these two and put them down here.
Perfect. So Kelly's collecting a lot of those black tiles right there. I am going to grab this red one, put it on my single spot up here.
And then I will grab these two blue ones, put them down here.
And to end the round, all the tiles are taken. I'm taking the snowflake and put it down here. And so once all the tiles are taken, now we can count out some points. And how we count out some points is we start from the top row right here, and if it's completely full, we move it onto our wall where the color is specified. So Kelly moves her black over to the black square right there, and I'll move the red over the red square. And when you move it over, you get to collect 1 point. You get 1 point.
So you're going to use this black cube, and you're just going to move it down to the 1 point.
Exactly. And so now we go down to our next row, and if it's complete, we get to move it over. So both of ours are complete. I move it over here, and then the other tile right here, you just put it over to the side. And so now we collect 1 more point for moving that over. And then so we go down to our 3rd row.
And my row is not complete. Actually, the rest of my rows are not complete. So I can't even move any of these over because none of my rows are complete. These are going to stay on my board until next turn. So hopefully I can take from these factory boards and complete my rows here.
Exactly. And I have a couple that are incomplete as well, but this red one I can move over, so I get 1 point for that. And then these 3 reds I just put over to the side. And then so now I get to collect my negative points as well. So I lose 2 points right here. I lose 1 point for this, and then another point. You put the first player tile back in the middle, and then now I'm back down to 1 point. So how this game works is to collect bonus points or to collect extra points. Let's say in the next round, Kelly was able to complete this red tile right here. Let's say this was the end of the next round, and Kelly completed that, and she's moving it over. You want to explain how you scored there?
Yeah, so since I moved it over, you still get that 1 point for moving it over, but also now that it's touching, you're going to count extra points here. So I get that 1 for moving it over, and then I get another point because it touches this one, and then I get another point as well. So for this one, I would get 1, 2, and then 3, 4 points for that total one right there, just for that one move, because these are touching. So maybe a good strategy is to find ones that are touching, just so you can get that more points on there.
Yeah. And then once all the pieces are taken and you counted your points, move everything over, then you take from the bag right here, you go to the bag, and you go ahead and replace all the tiles. So put 4 more tiles on each factory, and then it's the next round. So we just went over 1 turn right there, and you keep doing these turns over and over again until someone gets a horizontal row completed. When someone completes a horizontal row, that means the game's over, and at the end of that, whoever has the most points are going to win the game.
Alright, so yes, you have all your points from moving your pieces over and whatnot, so you have all those, but throughout the game, you're kind of trying to strategize here. For every complete horizontal row, you're going to get 2 points added on to your score. For each vertical column that is finished, so all the way filled, you're going to get a +7 as well, which is a lot. But here's the biggest one here. If you can get every single color of the same color filled, so if I were to get a black tile on here, here, and here, these last 3, at the end of the game, I'd get +10 points. And you can do it with as many tiles as you want. If you can get all 5 tiles of the black and the red, that's going to be 20 extra points at the end. That's a good way to try to win.
So in the end, it takes probably about 5 to 6 turns, because people are usually gonna finish up this top row or maybe the second row. They'll collect 1 tile a turn and finish in 5 turns. So you can estimate a game to be about that long.
Yeah.
And that's how you play Azul. This is one of our favorite games, and honestly, this is a great intro game to a lot of people who are new to board games. Everyone we've showed this game love this game, so buy it, figure it out. If you're looking for a playthrough, that'll be our next video.
Yeah, and I was gonna say too, it is a friend favorite. Like whenever we go places with friends, they always want to play Azul. It's a fun game for especially new board game players as well. Well, guys, thanks for watching, and we are Connected by Games.